Good morning, everybody. How are you? This is Metaphysical Meanderings, and I know we're live on social media a different day. It's a Sunday. Lana worked with us on that. We were very thankful and appreciate you working with us on that. I know we had a little bit of a change on schedules. Yes. Kent's out at a wedding yesterday, and I was tied up with some other things, but do actually have a new trainee here learning how to produce so that we got some extra coverage for you here. So welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan-Hartgraves. Good morning.
Hi guys, how is everybody? Everybody knows I went on yesterday trying to, because I'm better. I had my tonsils pulled. So believe it or not, everybody had me so freaking out, you guys. I don't know, but everybody said that as an adult, I was going to get really sick. The doctor had me even hysterical. And the first 5 days, I was eating normal food. People are like, you're kidding me. I'm like, no, I was still eating, well, I mean, real slowly, but I was still eating like little bits and pieces of bread and stuff like that. And it was day 6 to day 11. I was in pain, but I came up to 2 weeks and like 11 days, 12 days, I'm better. And I feel so much better. Wow. I had bad sleep apnea. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is, I was supposed to have had so it's going to be next weekend or the weekend after I have a special guest. And it's having to do with spirit animals. And spirit animals, if you do not know what spirit animals are, is everyone has one. If you're attracted to an animal, like maybe you collect owls, that's your spirit animal, okay? Now, there's a little difference between a spirit animal and a totem animal. Totem animal and a spirit, they're different. A totem animal is like your ultimate, it's backwards. Your spirit animal is the one that you are born with. It's like it's who you are. The totems change. Okay, so there's different animals that come in and out of your life and represent things. So for instance, I have my horses. Okay, I am a horse lover from the day I could walk was my first word. That is my animal. That is my spirit animal. There is no doubt. It represents who I am. And if you know me, it fits my personality. But for totem animals, they change. Now, right now, I've gone from, there's different ones I've been attracted to. Owls always represent seeking higher knowledge. So, and I've been very attracted to owls. I've been drawing owls a lot in my artwork. White buffaloes represent abundance. And the biggest one for me is a flying pig. And people are like, well, can they be fantasy creatures? Of course they can be. The flying pig represents what? It represents to believe the impossible. So, yeah. Hey, guys. Hi, Sharon. I got a couple people on here that they find it's interesting I'm on a Sunday. So, here I am. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over some of my new predictions. Now, if you guys have been watching me, I do predictions, and Kent, my other producer, had a big board and he was marking them off as they came true. And I think he said there were 2 or 3 that did not pan out, but one was tricky because I said we'd have a very wet summer and it wasn't, or a very wet spring. It was a wet summer and it's to the north of us. So believe it or not, not me, but to the north of us, extremely wet. So, but I do predict, and I am going to say that we're going to there's a deluge of rain coming this October. I'm not sure if it's here somewhere. I mean, when I say I'm always usually talking about the Midwest because I live here, but there's something to do with the rain. There's a lot of rain coming. Okay. I also want to make a prediction. Hi, Emma. You know, a lot for you guys that I want to say that the Rocky Mountain, the Western region's going to get hit hard with a winter this year. Bad. It's going to be bad. And you have to remember, I always just repeat what I know, what I'm told. Now, everybody's like, well, how do you know this stuff? Where do you get this stuff? I'm told there's a woman comes to me and she's a beautiful woman and she's very gentle and she wears a blue cloak. Now, somebody says if wearing the blue cloak tells me that it's Mother Mary. I am not Catholic. I just know that this person comes to me. I had never seen her before until about 1.5 years to 2 years ago. And that she's giving me and telling me stuff. Okay, so that's kind of where it's coming from. Now, I predicted in this month from the 11th to 18th, something weird was going to happen. I don't know what. Hi, Laura. I didn't know what. I know everybody's like, hello, why are you on here? Hi, Brenda. I'm on social media, but we are taping Metaphysical Meanderings for Saturday. so that you guys know. Okay, that's what we're doing, because it's hard for me to get in here because Saturday, I'm the only person that comes in on a Saturday, and sometimes people are doing things Saturdays, so that's why. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I had predicted something weird between the 11th and the 18th on my TikTok. And people are like, well, it's the 19th, nothing weird happened. Well, one, I predicted watch the stock market. The stock market, I don't know about you, but I lost 20% in my portfolio, even though I changed things around. And I even warned myself, changed a bunch of things around. And the stock market's weird. It's just, I still say to keep watching it. Okay, just keep watching it. Also, I still say that those bombs that North Korea put out are significant. I still say they're meant for the United States. They say, I don't know. You guys know, if you're an empath following me, because you all probably are empaths also following me, is that something's up with that. And when you feel, I had a good friend say this to me, and she's right. She goes, I've heard you say this, and that when you feel something, you're usually right. Because we are feelers. We are empaths. We feel stuff. So just take that with a grain of salt. Okay. Now I've got a bunch of predictions. There's just a whole handful. They're not real big ones. My big ones came at the beginning of the year. Like the death of Prince Philip, that kind of stuff. And so these are a little bit other ones that they told me recently. And there's nights I wake up in the middle of the night and I write for like 2 hours, and I write and I write. Some of them are for myself. Some of them are for the United States. Some of them, I get a lot for the UK and Australia for some reason. Okay. So that you understand, that's where some of them come from. I still say there's major lockdowns coming October to November. I still say there's major lockdowns. I want to say a lot of Europe. And there's going to be mandates here, but I don't know if it's just the whole country's being under a mask mandate. Something's up. Everybody's saying the same thing. So I just, you could kind of feel it, and tell me if I'm not right, because all of you guys are following me. I've got a lot of people that have been agreeing with me that they feel something's weird or up. And I still say, and I want to say one more thing. I'm not going to say, because I'm not supposed to get political, and I'm not going to, but somebody's not telling us something. And it has to do with people in power. Somebody's not telling us something that we're going to find out. And I still say January or February. There's something. Biden's sick. Something's up. I'm not sure what's going on, but something's up. Sometimes things aren't always revealed to me too. I have somebody, well, you're the psychic, you're supposed to know. I get that all the time. And I'm like, no, I just feel it. And I know I'm right, you guys. Tell me, okay? Tell me, how much for a reading? Well, good that you ask me, because if we have my phone number up. Yep. 362, it's 608-322-7070. Just for today, if you guys want a reading, I'm 25% off if you text me, and I will set you an appointment. Because if you go to my regular website, I'm full price right now. I did not get a chance to change the prices with 25% off.
How much is a reading normally?
They're normally $65, and right now they're $50. So they're $15 off. So that's actually, that's 25. It's more than 25. I think it's more like 30. So if you want a reading for a half an hour, if you want a 15-minute, they're $35. That's cheaper too. That's I think that's 15% off. Okay. So go ahead and just text me on my 608-322. Let me put that on my TikTok also. So remember, you guys, I am on like 3 platforms. Like
you're actually on your YouTube page right now.
Yes.
So we all see the 608-322-7070
Yes.
Text for Lana, 25% off readings. And on the 216.net YouTube page and the 216.net Facebook page, and then you're on your additional platforms over there.
Yes, I am. So anyway, I will be having a guest though coming real soon. I haven't been able to post that on there. So just go to my phone and and just text me. That's all you have to do. I do have a couple of readings I have this afternoon, but just for today, so send that to me, and I will. I haven't not had a chance to change I was trying to change it. I'm not going to say who it is. Who is my my springboard who runs my website for me, but I don't like the way they do some of their platforms because they are archaic. They are not up to date with all their things. Anyway, so it's hard to get in and out. So I have to sit down for about 20 minutes, get in and out, and it's just anyway. So
and we do predictions first,
yes.
and then when we have about 15 minutes
Yes.
left, which will be because we didn't start until just a little bit before 10:30, so probably
Yes.
right around 11 o'clock
Yes.
or 11:05, we'll have some. You'll take questions
Yes.
then,
And about
because I see Shin had.
I already have
question.
people asking questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so-
Yesterday, what I did was I was taking just some general questions. That's why. But what I want to do is I'm going to talk about a few of the predictions. And next week, we're going to be talking about spirit animals. So, well, the week after, because this will be re-released on Saturday morning.
Correct. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then I will be live. I should be live back here again. So, okay. All right.
Cool.
So, all right. Let me see. Let's view all my notes. I am assuming that they can see through my camera, even though I'm hoping my TikTokers can see. So I'm guessing because I'm also on my note. Okay. So here's some weird. Some of them are just strange, and I don't even understand. And sometimes now, here. Oh wait, I just erased it. Okay. I just know that I was right. Now some of these are from March. So that you know that, oh, well, they've already predicted that. The cloning of extinct animals, I predicted that in March. And I have it on one of my podcasts or on my Facebook, but I also have it written in here. And I don't know if you recently saw that they're going to try to clone the woolly mammoth.
Yeah, that's one they've been working on for a long time.
So, but they're actually, it's fruition. We're talking like within a year. They
really
will be
think
doing
got,
it. Yes.
They got,
yes.
Wow, that's
yes.
cool.
Yes. This is a weird one. This is one I got. Now, like I said, I haven't missed too many. There's an eruption somewhere in the United States, a volcanic eruption, and I kind of
we've got a few.
But Yellowstone, something's up, and it's a pretty big one though.
Yellowstone's way past due.
I know, and I say within a year to a year and a half.
Oh.
Okay. And there's major disruptions in the San Andreas Fault this year coming up. So there's major problems with the San Andreas Fault. There's going to be quite a few earthquakes, quite a few shifting type things. Okay. I see these things, and I that's what it looks like to me. Another thing, I see big waves in October on the East Coast, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if there's a hurricane. I don't know what that is, but I see big waves in October on the East Coast. So let's wait and see, because that's just weird. Oh, thank you, Brenda, for booking reading. Yeah, I'm going to get me started back into me reading again. Like I said, the only thing I notice about myself is I went back to school. And I'm going to be retiring, and I have extremely large plan going on in the spring. So everybody keep watching. You may even have a GoFundMe, because I think I got the healing center. I've got the spot I want. I think I've got some ideas, but that I'm not going to say anymore, because people I don't know. I'm not going to like produce any negative energy by anybody. I have a couple people who are kind of like jealous, or I don't know what. There's some negative energy coming from a couple of people who used to be my friends. And I don't know why. I don't get it, but there is. And so I'm keeping some things under wraps, but you're going to hear about it really, really soon.
Cool.
Okay. I still say the food shortage. And like I said, in January, I said there'd be a food shortage. And yes, there's not enough workers. Did you notice there's a huge candy shortage?
Well, there's some weird shortages right now. The candy, but also chicken. You used to be able to go in and get fried chicken already prepared.
Yep.
Now it's really hard to find. And just a pack of thighs has gone, like a 4-pack of thighs has gone from you used to get a ton of them, but now it's almost $6 for 4 freaking chicken thighs.
I know.
And I was like, that's nuts. And try to find them. It's weird.
I must have, because I use Jolly Ranchers for my students at school. And because it doesn't have any peanuts. It's safe for all the kids pretty much. And they love them, and they taste good. I couldn't find a pack of Jolly Ranchers within a 100-mile radius. I tried like 8 Walmarts. I mean, it was ridiculous. And they said that nobody's nobody's in the factories making anything. So there's nobody there. And people keep going, well, everybody's on unemployment. The unemployment rate in my state is 3.9. It's never been lower ever.
It's still high here in Illinois, but it's trying to find people to fill jobs is extremely difficult.
Are dead. People are dead. They've retired. I mean, it's, so anyway, I keep saying that there's a common med that's going to treat COVID. Now, I am going to tell you, I have a woman that I've been talking to down in Texas, and the doctors are giving ivermectin in extremely low doses, and it is working. And I don't care what anybody says. I know it's dangerous, and you shouldn't medicate yourself, but people are giving it. Now, to me, that's one of the most common medicines out there, because I give that to my horses. Because large animals always have, they always have worms. Because they're large animals, they always have some type of worm. So every few months, I don't do it every 8 weeks. They used to have us do every 8 weeks. They found out that doesn't work. So they do it maybe 3-4 times a year, and they give them a dewormer. Well, when they said ivermectin worked, I laughed because it's such a common, cheap medicine. And I was like, really? Well, maybe that's what I'm saying, but I know there's a common, they're going to have this under control next year, completely with meds. I'm not quite sure. I don't understand that. That is my prediction. There is and I'm talking about like the big COVIDs that they're going to understand this better. And it's going to become under control sometime next year. Okay.
Okay.
There's another city coming into the spotlight here in the United States, like Flint, Michigan, with their water problem, and it's going to be bad. I'm not sure which city, but it's going to come to light, and it's going to be even worse than Flint, Michigan. Marissa says people want to work from home, and you are correct, because you know what? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. I just had 3 cases of COVID in my classroom again. Now, I've been vaccinated and I've had COVID, so I'm not as worried. No. But I will tell you that my niece is down in Texas. She had COVID, had both her shots, and she got it again. So, yeah. And she said she just had a head cold. She was fine, but still.
Yeah. And that's what they're saying about that. It won't keep you from getting it nor spreading it, but will help reduce the symptoms. So,
yeah, exactly. Now, I had it for 2 weeks. I was down and out. But I didn't get really ill. Yeah. And I'm 54. I mean, I am very, very healthy, but I mean, still, I was, it's a kind of like it's kind of like a life-changing experience, because you're wondering if you're going to die. You are. You do. I did. I wondered, I'm like, how sick am I going to get here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I get it, guys. I get it. For people who had it, my heart does go out to you, and I say a prayer for you. Now, I know. Okay, I'm from Wisconsin, guys. I mean, all right. We're Packer fans, and we're Brewer fans, and yes, I was right with the Bucks. I said the Bucks in 6. I was right. I got that right. Aaron Rodgers is going to get injured, and the other quarterback's going to take over and do a very good job. That's one of my predictions.
Really?
And he's going to retire. Anyway, all right. So that was, I'm pretty consistent on it too. There's something he's done. He's just done. So write that down. That's one I just feel like something's not right there. And I'm not sure if he maybe even has an injury, but there's something. Anyway, baseball, I don't know why I got this, but I was told this. Baseball is going to increase worldwide and become it's going to last for hundreds of years yet. It's going to get really more, how worldwide soccer is. Baseball is going to get extremely more popular in the area everywhere. Just, it's really, I don't know why. It just, it's like the whole generation is going to be really baseball oriented. Okay, just thought and remember, I'm from the Wisconsin-Illinois area, on the state line. I'm here in Illinois, but the Rockford Peaches are going to start a baseball league. There's going to be a baseball league called the Rockford Peaches. They're going to start that, and it's going to do extremely well. Huh. And I know they've been talking about it, but I'm going to tell you.
Why Peaches?
The Rockford Peaches. Well, that's going to be one of the teams.
No. I mean, is that like a new team, or is it around?
Oh, remember from the League of Their Own?
No, I never saw that.
You never saw the League of Their Own?
No.
You missed a good movie.
I am like the world's most non-sports guy that exists.
Yeah, but it's about women's baseball. It's more than women's baseball. It's more than just baseball.
I didn't even know it was about women's baseball.
Oh, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It really.
What's it called again?
A League of Their Own, way
Okay.
back from the 90s.
Oh,
Anyway, but the Rockford Peaches they're going to do it again. They're going to start it. I don't know where I get some of this. Here's another one, and I know some of you guys might not like it, but this is abortion in this country will never be illegal. It'll never become illegal. They can try all they want. It's not. I just was told. I just repeat what I'm told. I'm trying not to be political, but yeah. Now, I predicted this in March, so I want you guys to know that. So if anybody could have predicted it, there's riots in Texas coming, and I predicted that back in March of this. Some of this paper stuff is March 26th. I predicted that, so I'm saying that. I'm just reminding you of that.
over what do you think?
I think it's abortion and the limiting of the rights of people, and also has something to do with immigration.
And immigration.
There's something to do with immigration also. I'm just not sure what that is. Okay. Let me go back to my TikTokers here because I think you can see me, my TikTokers, but you can't. It's like, okay, no, you can't.
What are you on
okay.
TikTok? Because I have TikTok. I can look.
Could you please?
Yeah.
I just went live.
And I'll search.
Oh, I'm on live. I'm on. It says I'm okay. I'm on live.
What's your
Lana's Enchanted Sky? See how we've got a lot of stuff going on. I'm on a lot of social platforms. So
Enchanted Sky.
Yeah.
And
you all know I'm also on Notes, so I know you can see me. So anyway, it says I'm live.
Okay. I found your thing, but I don't see where it's saying you're live, actually.
It doesn't say I'm live? So then maybe I'm not. Isn't that weird? Okay, that's okay, because I'll go on later on TikTok and do this. I'll probably retape it. See, it says I'm live. That's weird. That's just really weird. See, it says okay, now it says go live. You're on another device.
Huh.
And live. That's just weird. Okay.
Well, we're all weird. And
yeah, we're all weird, and we're all learning. And there's time.
Tracy says it's live via YouTube.
On YouTube, yes. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm still figuring this out because coming back
Deanna
and not
says
having
not showing up live on TikTok for me either.
Okay, well, I am now. So, but as soon as I go back to my other, it's weird. It's okay though. So some other things that are going on in some of the predictions. I'll go in live later. It's not that big a deal. So I've got about the same amount of followers on YouTube as I do on
Now you are.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And it's live?
It's showing a picture of you, but you're frozen. So.
I'm frozen because I keep going in and out of my own. Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, I still say Medicare for all. I want to say, and I said about a year and a half ago that I was told by somebody from the other side that we would have it in about a year and a half. Well, it was introduced to the House within a year and a half, and he was right. We haven't gotten it. It's going to be another year and a half, but it's coming. So just to let everybody know, it's coming. Okay. I just say insulin's going to be free. Now, I know Walmart did something, didn't they, with it, like really cheap or something, didn't they? But I still say it's going to be free. So... some other good things that are happening is homelessness is going to dramatically drop, and I'm not sure if there's new programs coming. I don't understand that. I just know that the homelessness in the United States, worldwide. Did you know this is a worldwide phenomenon? The homelessness. I feel like it's going down, and I don't understand, which is a good thing. But I'm told to say that. Okay. Next one's electric cars. 2036. All the cars will be electric here in the United States for sure. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Insulins for $25. I thought so. I now see this is something. This one was insulin prediction was March 26th of 2021, and that's what it's written on. And if you go back, you can find it because I did. So I was accurate because I think that just came out, didn't it? Where they dropped.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Okay. No, this is an interesting one. The billionaires' space travel is going to collapse. You know how I'm going out in space and it's going to collapse. I don't understand why. Okay. Kizzy, it says only one person's watching because I locked my screen on TikTok. So I'm gonna have to go live again. So it's okay though. Okay. Um, I still say Charles is taking the throne at Christmas, or something significant happening at Christmas with that whole thing. Now, I first said Charles wasn't going to take the throne and they were going to give it to William. I just originally said that. So, but something's happening at Christmas. There's like, I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe the queen will pass. Something's up at Christmas. Okay. I don't understand that, but okay. I want to say North Korea is getting ready to attack a country, and they're trying to pull the United States in. I've been saying that for about 3 years, though. So I say that our troops are being sent back to somewhere in Africa or the Middle East soon. I'm also saying that. There's some type of almost a humanitarian effort of some sort. So I don't know. So Sudan, I don't know. I did say on my podcast in January, I saw tanks in the Middle East. I'm thinking I saw that whole thing where we're pulling ourselves out. I think I saw that in January. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go back to my January, I think it was the 5th or the 6th. It was something like that. And it says predictions on it. So go back and look at that. Okay. There's a huge dinosaur discovery coming in 2022, and I don't know why, but it's going to change everything. It's going to change everything, and it's important. There's something with dinosaurs, like DNA, something. There's some weird, I don't even know. Okay. Now here's an interesting thing, and I don't understand this because I said that I felt like they were going to find a new tiger species. But I also say that they're going to discover that the Tasmanian tiger is still alive this next year. So it could be that same prediction, just completely worded differently. I kind of saw tigers like as in like Bengal tigers, that there's another species, but Tasmanian tigers have stripes too. So I don't know, but there's something about tigers in 2022. I think that they might actually, they keep saying that they are extinct, and they're not. They're not extinct. They're just not. They're there. They're hiding. And it might be that they discover it, that they're still there, or there might, like I said, a subspecies somewhere. Okay. Now, this is an interesting thing, and I know people are not going to like it because they're going to say, I'm not doing that, and I don't blame you. There's going to be some type of infrared stamp on your skin or under your skin for COVID vaccines. If you've had your vaccine, it's going to be on your hand, and you swipe it under stuff. I predicted this earlier this year that we would have lanyards with our COVID vaccine cards around our neck, and that is true. Because I've already gotten a lanyard. People have given me lanyards that they said put your vaccine card in there. So that part I got, but there's something like infrared, like glow in the dark or something that you swipe. And I'm not even going there. I don't know. I just know. Yeah. I just say there's shutdowns October, November, and it's having to do with not even the Delta. It's having to do with a different one, like a Mu there's more. I do want to say that, and I'm going to say it like I said it in January, as fast as this virus came is as fast as this virus is going to leave. Now everybody's like, oh, it's a lot leaving so slowly, but it's going to go. I still say that. I don't understand that. It was supposed to have purged the planet for some reason, like with negativity and stuff, and it was supposed to have happened. So, okay. Trump's going to try to run, won't be able to, ain't going to get anywhere. And I said that in January. He can run all he wants. He's not going to get anywhere. Okay. Now, Biden, everybody thinks he's going to die, and Kamala Harris. I've had so many people tell me that. I don't agree. I agree that he'll stay alive. I do want to say that he won't run again. She'll run. And I do know there's the next president's female. So I don't know if it's her. I just know that she's female. She's got to be. It's part of the age of Aquarius. Okay. Biden is ill, like a stroke. Something's up, and like you're going to see less and less of him. Okay. See, I got a prediction that I think the Brewers are going to win the World Series, but and if not, they're so close by the skin of their teeth. They miss it. They miss it like in the yeah. See how I'm a sports fan because I was raised that way. Anyway, the Upper Midwest is rocked by an earthquake. Interesting, huh? And I don't say it's a bad one. We've had them before. It's just nothing big because we do have a fault on the tip of where the Ohio River and the Mississippi River touch. There's a fault there. But I just want to say that we can feel it. I remember when about 5 years ago, it was in the middle of the night and we heard the loudest crack and we saw a flash and it was an earthquake. And that's all we saw. And I'm like, what the heck was that? And we looked it up. It was a earthquake. And living in Wisconsin, you're like, but I'll never forget that. So,
well, there's supposedly a plate, like a plate separation from the Great Lakes all the way down to the Gulf.
Yeah.
And at some point, it's feasible that could just pull back and we'd all be at waterfront property right here.
Yeah, you never know. So. But I do, like I said, I do feel like there's another one. And it's not going to tumble buildings, but there's one coming that we will know about. Now, I predicted there would be one in, a lot of my followers keep track of this too. They're writing them down too. And I predicted one in Las Vegas or out in Nevada earlier this year. And there was one right where I said there'd be, because one of my followers told me, they're like, you were right on that. And I said, I just repeat what I'm told. I predicted a tsunami in Indonesia. And remember there was a tsunami a few months ago? I did predict that because I see waves. And so I kept saying there was that's why I said, I don't know what's going on the East Coast, but there's waves. There's big waves hitting rocks and it's big. So I'm not sure if that's a hurricane. I don't know. I don't understand that. So, okay. Now I predicted, and I've been saying this, that the housing market would fall apart in June. And even Kent said, you hit that right on the head. So, I do still predict that the inflation is going to finally level off now. You're going to see a leveling off of the inflation. So, okay. This is a weird one. This is a weird one too, you guys. I don't feel right for Camilla to become queen. I say the same thing. She says the same thing. I do too. Yeah, I agree. And there's a new type of meat we're gonna start eating a different type of meat. It's not chicken and turkey here in the United States, for the people that are not here, we don't eat goat. Like that, the most popular meat in the world is goat. We don't eat goat. We just don't. I mean, some people do, but usually not really.
So it's available if you want it. It's rather gamey.
Yeah, it's gamey.
Yeah, it's not
like rabbit. Rabbit's gamey too. Yeah. But we just don't eat it too much. I mean, some people eat deer, things like that, but most people are beef, pork, and chicken, some turkey. But there's something new that's coming that's going to become very accessible, very tasty. I don't understand that. I did predict meat shortages too. I don't know if you knew. If you look on my predictions in...
well, with the animal cloning, Sharon thinks maybe it's the woolly mammoth.
There you go. Good thought, Sharon. I predicted there'd be a meat shortage, and I believe that was the second prediction podcast that I did. So I look at one of them. I know I did predict a meat shortage. So... the Human Rights Amendment is going to pass and go through. The Human Rights Amendment is that you have a right to health care. You have a right to be treated as a human being. You have a right to clean water. That is a human basic necessity and right. And it was supposed to have been added by FDR way back in the 30s and never was, but it's going to pass and go through.
I don't think Sharon's laughing about the human rights.
No, she ain't right. No, she's laughing about the woolly mammoth. Okay.
Illinois, by the way, I don't know if you're aware, the state of Illinois does have a Human Rights Act that's in effect right now.
Is it? It needs to be put in as an amendment. And everybody's like, oh, we're not going to touch the U.S. Constitution again. It needs to be. That simple, right? I do feel like we're going to do reparations for the Indians. I know that people are like, oh, well, we did them when we let them have their casinos. I had somebody say that to me. I laughed. I'm like, you have no idea. There were 100 million people here. There's 200,000 Indians now. Don't go there with that. You know what I'm saying? But there's going to be reparations paid into the Indians for them. Okay. I want to say our government's going to be in chaos by 2028. If it's already started, but I know I'm not supposed to get political, but that 2028, there's going to be a bunch of upheaval. Okay. Term limits for all senators and all people, including Supreme Court justices, within 3 years. I still say the stock market's going to crash sometime within the six months. It already went down, which is actually not that abnormal in September. They have a tendency, the stock market has a tendency to go down. I predicted it would, and it did. Went down, I think, 25%. It went down quite a bit this week, and I said it would. So, okay. I still say investing in gold and silver. Everybody's been talking about that for years, but I still say that silver more than gold. That's what I'm told. So, which I do. I bought some silver bars, and I mean myself.
Well,
okay. These are some for me. Okay, there's some type of overthrowing being done in the Middle Eastern regime like Saudi Arabia. It is not Iran, Iraq. It's not, and I don't want to say that it's Al Qaeda or anything, but there's some type of overthrow in the Middle East. Okay. Okay, a couple more and I'm done. The Catholic Church continues to crumble. It's continuing to crumble. It is losing power every day. It's supposed to. Because remember, in the age of Aquarius, dogma and organized religion is falling away. Did you see that?
What, the lights?
No, did you just see that thing go through? Play this back again. I can't
play. We're live. I can't. We'll play it back later.
No. When you play it back later.
Yeah.
Because I just think I saw an orb go by. You didn't see it.
I thought it was just a flash there was a flash, but I didn't.
But a flash and a thing that went straight across. Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna play that back again, you guys. I get them a lot. They if you watch some of my podcasts and some of my YouTube.
I will say what we're getting, and we've had quite a bit of, is a lot of funky interference on the camera at the very bottom of the screen, which we never get.
Okay.
So, and to be fair, there are a couple of extra guests here in the studio this morning that are sitting over in my chair.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and they've been kind of, I don't know if you can hear them.
Haunted dolls.
I can hear them very clearly, but I'm used to hearing them, and they've been quite chatty this whole time.
The one on the left more so than the right.
The black-haired one?
No, the light-haired one.
For you? She's usually the quieter.
No, now see if I can hear. Yeah, there's something there.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We have haunted dolls. I know that sounds crazy, but I can hear them, and I know that there's things attached there. So,
yeah. They've been quite chatty this morning. So
Mary wants to know if I know about the Bermuda Triangle, and you know what? I truly believe that there's something there, because I'll tell you something. I went through a triangle when I was down in Arizona, and everything in my car went off. All of the electronics went off the whole time I was there, and as soon as I left the area, all of my everything, all the electronics came back on. So there's something there. I don't care what anybody says.
Arizona's weird anyway.
It's weird. There's places in Wisconsin that are just really bizarre.
Well, that's true too.
There's just something there.
Yeah.
That I don't feel in Illinois. I don't feel in Minnesota, but I feel it there in Wisconsin. And we're talking central to upper central, in a couple places where near I live too. So anyway, magnetic field. Okay. The magnetic field is Earth is continuing to change. It's almost like there's a shift of I don't know what that means. I know that it's affecting everything also. Okay. The magnetic, and I know a lot of people have been talking about this, but it's going to be coming up in the news. These are usually things that you're going to hear about. Okay. All right. Okay, you can find even. I'm not quite sure.
I'm not sure. It looks like a dog emoji. OMG, you can even find dog. Okay. I don't know into what that is reference, but I'm
not quite sure. I don't even.
Hooray,
yes,
dogs.
But yes, I do. I'm a pet communicator. This is an interesting thing. I'm almost ready to take questions, you guys. Ancient knowledge of the Incas being revealed. They're going to find something in some of the pyramids and things that and it's going to be talking about things like space travel, and it's going to talk about energy fields, and they're going to discover some of this ancient knowledge is going to start becoming revealed, and that's within the next couple of years. So, all right, hold on, what else we got? I told you I had a lot.
Yeah, you've had a lot this morning.
Pete ends up producing my show for me. And I said this 5 days ago.
That's that, and I haven't even told you about this.
See, there we go.
That's very interesting because we have another show coming in probably October, November on Saturdays that very specifically asked if I would produce it. I've already talked to Kent about it and figured, okay,
I'm turning red.
they want to come in they want to come in early Saturday morning. And so Kent said he would take Lisa's show, which is usually Sunday, and I would wind up producing theirs and yours.
Okay.
We've not even talked to you about that.
Thank
so that's
you.
weird that you would say that. That's interesting.
That's proven me there. So, I got that right then, right?
So, yeah, it's coming. That's actually true.
So there you go. So that proved me right. And I didn't even, we have a lot of more Australian wildfires coming. I'm really concerned again because Australia's taken such a hit. I'm worried about Australia. I have a lot of followers in Australia. Please be vigilant because if I can tell you that it's coming, you can prevent it. Okay. Our winter is going to be about the same as last year, by the way.
That wasn't too bad.
It wasn't
not a bad
horrible.
winter.
No, not at all.
I've heard the Farmer's Almanac has said it's going to be like
really bad.
Really bad. Or really super, super cold.
I don't think so. Good. If it is, it's really, really short, like a week or something. Or
yay! Because I do not like.
I don't either.
Heavy winter.
Well, imagine me going out.
Loves winter.
Oh, but, you love? You're one of the first people I've ever met.
Yeah, I
hate okay, I'm going to pay you to come out and feed my horses when it's 35 below.
Okay.
You could pay.
She would do that, so be careful what you say.
And because what I do is I have to pull all my animals into my barn.
My
chickens, my horses, my goats, everybody has to come in. So everybody has to come in somewhere warm, and it's a mess. And I've got some stalls, but it's just a mess. So I don't like feeding them in the middle of winter. It sucks. So Biden's going to try to pass gun legislation. He's going to try to do some gun restrictions. It's coming up here. And I don't even feel like he's really even, he's going to just kind of pass something through. And I'm not anti-gun and I'm not pro-gun. I have a gun, but because I have to. We have to because we've got coyotes so bad, you have no idea. Yeah. And so we do have to have a gun. We haven't had to use it, but we've got one. So I'm not anti-gun, but I'm not going to get into that either. So anyway, how I feel about it. But anyway, Incan pyramids, I already said that. Newsom remains the governor by the skin of his teeth. I predicted that, and that he did. That's called. There's going to be another recall election coming up in one of the states. I don't know which state, but it's coming. All right. And I also said somebody famous. Hi, Mary. Somebody famous would be running for California governor, and wasn't that who was the famous person that's kind of trying to run?
I haven't really paid much attention.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner.
Really?
Yes.
Going to run for governor in California?
I predicted that in April.
Tell me that?
Yeah.
She.
Yeah.
Okay.
She. Yeah.
Ran on the recall for.
Yeah. So January and January, I think I predicted that one. So, all right. Well, that led us right up into the time that I normally have been doing my readings. So you guys, I'll have to go back on TikTok later.
Okay.
TikTok is an odd one because I probably should download it into my computer. I have it on my phone. It's meant to be on a phone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of odd. So yeah. Anyway, so go ahead. I know you guys, do fairies really exist? You better believe they do. Because you know why? Because you believe they exist. And everything exists if you believe it exists.
And
I have seen things. I have pictures of wood nymphs. Go on my website. Go into ghost photos. You'll see them. Wood nymphs, fairies. My daughter had fairies on her neck. They were sitting like right here. There was like one here and there was like one here. Huh. And she said something and then they glowed and they were like little fairies. So go figure, right?
Huh. And Shin actually popped this question in way early on in your show.
Oh, okay.
She asked, is Mitch the guy for me, Lana? Will it last?
I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know if I see him in. I want to say you guys remain friends or something. I don't know if it's so romantic as you are connected in another way. Okay, if that makes sense. Down the road, I think you're friends more than anything. Okay, all right.
Then Brenda asks, I just opened a brick and mortar home decor store 2 months ago. What do you sense about my business financially?
You got to make it to 6 months. Concentrate. Make sure everything's paid. The bills are paid for 6 months. It'll start to take off between 6 and 9 months. It'll be very slow, and you're going to be really frustrated at about month 4, thinking this ain't working. I'm going to shut it down. Don't do it. It will take off. It just takes a little time. Okay.
Okay. Then Liz says, hi, Lana. I've been finding random feathers the past few days. Is there someone around me, like my mother, trying to communicate with me? Thanks.
That is usually a communication. They leave things, like pennies from heaven. There's really truth to that. Was your mother blonde? Tell me if your mother was like light haired. I see a person when it looks blonde, but it could have been gray, about this length of hair, and the hair went this way. It went this way down. It was like almost not quite one length. And then maybe kind of sort of like my haircut. Like if I were to, but longer, a little longer. And it looks gray, or it looks blonde, but it could be gray. Now remember, your relatives revert back to when they're 30 sometimes. So people are like, well, my grandma's hair was never black. Well, of course it was when they were younger. You just don't know. But they will revert back to when they look good. So a lot of times I'll see them when they look like they're 30. So, okay. All right. Next one.
Isaac has 2 questions. Which Family Guide do I need to be listening to right now? And what lessons do I need to learn from Britt?
Isaac, you have a man coming through with dark hair. It's parted down the middle. It's really dark. It's cut short and just kind of spiky, but short and very neatly cut. That's your main guide. And you need to, I know this might sound crazy, but this should make sense to you, that you need to learn how not to depend on a 9-to-5 job and how to do it yourself. Okay.
Sonia Scott says, we have relocated. Will my children get into school? I'm stressed.
Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time. Let it be natural. I feel like you're going to be online for a little while. So your school might, and I don't know about everybody else, but here where I'm living, I know of like 5 schools that have shut down for 10 days because the COVID numbers are so bad. It might be something that's going on with you, because I see you online first. Okay.
Emma says, hi, Lana. I've been single for nearly 10 years. Do you see any change for me in my love life? Thank you.
Yes, but not for a little bit of time yet. There's a person coming into your life, and you're going to be very cautious. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The caution that you're doing is the right thing to do in the long run. And I feel like they will be, if you go too fast with this person, it will be a disaster. So go very slow. When are they happening? Sometime next year, maybe springish.
Okay. And on the other end of that, Mary Gold says, I'm stuck in a love triangle. It's a statement, not so much a question.
I know, I understand. Okay, so here's my question to you. Is it physical, or is it emotional? Is that one of those happens to be a male and your best friend? I don't agree when people say I'm having an emotional relationship, because I've got a best friend that's in the past has been a male. And people are like, oh, that's a love triangle. No, I love them. I love my friends, but it's not in the same way. I really think that people have to think that through. That maybe you think it's a love triangle. I mean, it could very well be. You'd have to fill me in just a little bit. But it could also be that there's also something that needs to be let go of. Maybe it's from another life, and you're having feelings because this person comes back in your life, and your soul remembers it. Maybe you gotta leave it go. Or maybe they're there to serve as a deep friendship.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. And Brenda Schaefer did say thank you for your response
Okay.
earlier there.
Oh, good.
And
I must have been right.
and Mary
Okay.
Cox says, I have been working at a job that my manager is very toxic. He has been in trouble for his attitude toward women. Will he be losing his
Yes.
job?
Well, actually, he's not losing his job. He's moving. They're moving him somewhere where he doesn't have to work with a lot of people. So within the next, not far away, I would say within a few months. There's been so many complaints on this guy that the company's scared for a lawsuit.
And then Liz, you talked about her mother having blonde hair
Okay.
about shoulder length. And
Oh,
said, no,
Liz
she
says
had
it had
dark
dark
hair.
hair.
So
Who is
maybe
the person, Liz, that I'm talking about? Because I don't miss. And is it your grandma? Because I want to say the hair is about this length. It looks light colored, thinner, very attractive. And I want to say maybe the eyes were a little lighter colored. Grandma, maybe great grandma. I get a lot of great grandparents. I think that a lot of people go, well, I never knew my great grandparents. Yes, you do. They were dead before I was born. Well, you knew them from the other side. They literally are there with you, waiting to be born, and they're just helping you out, and you just don't realize it, but they act as guides too. So just to let you know.
And then Lotus Siren says, hello, Lana. Will I be pregnant in the next year?
Towards the end of the year next year.
Okay, there we go. And MI just says, hey, Lana. Hey, chat. And Laura says, hi, Lana. I am Cancer. I'm guessing meaning the sign.
Cancer, sun Cancer.
And my question is, how soon my life will get better? I am moving out and starting a job, but not feeling excited or happy about that. I'm feeling super down.
Okay, first of all, it's the right thing to do to get yourself unstuck. Once you get into the different energy, you're going to feel much better. It's just you're having anxiety. Now, the only way to get rid of the stuckness, that stuck feeling, is to make the change. So, Laura, you did the right thing. It's just once you get in, meet new people, get a little bit fresh experience, and feel more comfortable, you'll be fine.
Cool.
Okay.
Mary Gold says, can you tell me what's up with my mother? Because she talks and laughs alone.
Does she have a sister that's passed? She's talking to somebody. And it's either a friend, a sister, or somebody that she was very close with, and it's female.
Yesenia just says, hello, glad to see you're feeling better.
Yes,
and,
thank you.
Sonia does say thank you for your reply earlier.
Okay.
And Kathy says, hi, Lana, can I trust my oldest brother?
No, I don't.
That was quick.
It was
Short,
quick,
sweet,
wasn't
to
it?
the point.
No.
So, and Yesenia actually here does have one more thing. I've been through so many life struggles, family, love, and career. Do you see anything changing?
Yes, because I feel like you're going to do something and you're going to make a change yourself. I want to say it might be career. And you're making the change, and it's going to snowball into a tower card. And a tower card doesn't mean a bad thing, but it's going to cause a lot of change. And I think it's career. Okay.
And then, oops, we just skipped way far ahead here.
Sorry, it's okay.
Here we go. No. We're all right. Deanna, I've been finding a lot of feathers also. Another person finding feathers. And a few weird things have been happening around my house. Is it my brother visiting?
Was he younger when he passed? Brown hair, medium brown hair, really good sense of humor, like kind of a jokester sort of. I like to play jokes and we have a good time. Because there's somebody that's doing that, if that's who that is. Is there any connection to a T name? Thomas, Timothy, and it could be a middle name, but there's a T name, Terrence, or there's a T name connection. Now, it could be a family member. It could be a middle name, but there's a T to it. Okay.
And then Bina, and she got 2 comments in a row here, but one clarifies. She says, I'm from India. Wanted to know whether my son will get a regular job.
When? Oh, whether? Is he trying to do like TikTok or something, or gaming or something? There's something he's trying to do on the computer, and actually be patient. He may actually be successful at it, but I feel like it's something to do on the computer. So be patient with him, and you're going to be surprised. Let him. He's actually very resourceful and very intelligent. Let him do his thing. You're wanting him to do something that he doesn't want to do. I don't know if it's the 9-to-5 job. I don't know. There's something. Let him do it, because he is going to be successful at what he's attempting.
There you go.
There's something he's doing. Anyway.
And Sharon says, should I move to Nevada? A better place for me? Sharon,
if that's what you feel, do it. I I do feel out west would be a good choice for you.
And then Liz does say here from your earlier comment that she feels it could be her grandmother that was visiting. She passed in the 90s, and
Okay.
wow, yes, had blue eyes too.
Yes, thank you.
So-
Okay, I told you that's who it. She's acting as a calming mechanism for you, Liz. I feel like you have a lot of anxiety. She's trying to keep you calm. Okay.
So, and now Laura does say, oh, well, let's go back up here. We got to catch.
Wait, okay.
Let's see.
We only got 5 more minutes, so
Yeah, 5 more minutes. Marissa, Lana, my husband just told me he's not doing well. He can't get more than 2 bites down. Ugh, seems like he's okay, then he's not.
Okay. He has COVID. And we've been talking. Marissa's a good friend. Just be patient. That's normal. When you have COVID, I had COVID. I didn't eat for almost 3 weeks. You just can't. Bleh. Let him. I still say he's going to be okay.
So,
Let him not eat it. It's okay. And for a couple days, have him keep drinking some water if he can. I didn't eat for 3 weeks. I really didn't. It
Wow.
just, your stomach feels like it's going to turn the whole time.
just turning the whole time. And Mary did respond and said that with the fellow who's not been doing well at work, the toxic boss, says he has complaints against him, and
Yeah.
his bosses are coming to meet with him on Tuesday.
I'm telling you, they're going to
So-
move him. They're not going to fire him yet
Mhm.
because they're scared of a lawsuit on his side, and they're scared out of a lawsuit on the other side. So they're trying to find the middle ground, and they're going to move him. Okay.
And Laura says, thank you so much.
Not a problem, Laura.
And MI says, time frame for sale of parcel?
I kind of understand this. I have a lot of people, a lot of you guys, you have to understand, once you guys are connected to me, it becomes like I'm part of your chart with you, and I become almost like friends with you, and I have you on speed dial. Bob, some of these people are on my speed dial, and I know who they are. Once I forget what I tell you and I tell it to you, but once you call me and say, hey, what, blah, 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 and I remember again, it's like, I don't know, it's like my mind closes it out because it's private. I don't like these people, and I don't know how you guys feel, where you have, like, I can do mediumship all day long. I hate when there's 100 people, they make all this money for all these people to show up, and then they read for 3 people. Well, nobody else came through. Oh, shoot, I just paid me $100 to... No, that's wrong. I would prefer to be one-on-one with somebody.
Yeah.
Because the one... Here, my
Yeah, your mic is,
my mic is
was
getting all
wandering
screwy.
away there.
Yeah.
So,
I don't like doing that. I like to be the one-on-one. And I do it in small groups of family members. That's a different matter. You're all connected.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's where...
let's go back up here. Heart Love Joey Job. Just a few more minutes.
Just a
left.
couple more minutes.
Says, does Jackson want to express his feelings toward me soon and wants to be more than just
Yes.
friends with me?
Yes. Jackson is a type of person that does not express his feelings. He's going to try to a roundabout tell you he would like to take it to another level, but watch, he's going to do it in a way that's not coming out and really saying how he feels. He's kind of bottled emotionally. I am guessing he must be an earth sign.
So-
Earth signs have a tendency to do that.
And then a lot of people thanking you for all your
good.
responses
Thank you.
here today. And then Jen says, I was wondering what you might pick up on the Cuban vaccine. Is it better than the ones offered here in the U.S.?
No, it's not better. It's about the same. It's about, I still say, I'm going to say it one more time. As fast as this is coming, is as fast as it's going to leave. It's still going to, and there's going to be a leveling off real soon with meds that are coming out in next year that are really going to help and to work. Okay.
So, and I think we've got about 2 minutes left here. Would you like to tell everybody how they can get a hold of you?
Yes, call me if you want, enchantedSky.com, and you can book an appointment if you would like. But if you would like a 25% off coupon, call me at 608-322-7070, and I will book it for you, and then you can send me the money through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or Square. Because I have all of those, and they're very secure. So I trust PayPal. I know people have had a little bit of trouble with PayPal. They're the only company you can directly pick a phone up and talk to somebody. And so I trust them with my life, and everything is connected that I have pretty much pay-wise through PayPal. So, okay.
All right. So we'll say so long for today. Thank you all for joining Lana today. Master Psychic Lana Duncan-Hartgraves on Metaphysical Meanderings. And she'll be back next week Correct? Next
Yep,
week?
I
Yep.
will.
Okay.
Well, actually, no.
Oh,
Week
no,
after.
no. Okay. Sorry. I was do.
Oh, next week. This Saturday is going to be this played.
That's right.
The
This
next
Saturday's
week I will be live again, and I have a new guest. So okay.
So you'll be live
The 28th?
28th. The
Something.
28th. Okay.
Something like that.
There we go. Okay.
26th.
26th. Okay.
Or
All
25th. 25th. Yeah. Okay.
One of those days. We'll
One
get
of
it
those
posted. Okay. All right. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.
Oh, I just got a bunch of people texting me. Oh, it's Monique. That was